Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. Atiku Abubakar has finally responded to Wike's call it attack and also the statement that was made by Tinubu, who is the APC flag bearer. Don't forget that there's a lot of things happening in PDP, which for many may end up frustrating the effort of enthroning Atiku as the president of Nigeria. Already we know that Wike says he will stay back in the party and fight until he gets justice for those who are defenders in PDP. And also when the whole issue came up, the tension came up, Bola Ahmed Tinubu sent a message to Atiku Abubakar in a mockish manner, which is said that the unifier has ended up being a divider in chief. Now, Atiku Abubakar has finally responded, and we're going to be looking at his response and also his perspective about the future. And according to the news, the presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar, has vowed that those ganging up against him in the battle to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari in the forthcoming elections will be defeated. Atiku, who spoke through the spokesman PDP Presidential Campaign Management Committee, Dino Malai, also accused the presidential flag bearer of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, of masterminding the crisis rocking the PDP. Recall that Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State yesterday lambasted the former Vice President Atiku and the PDP National Chairman Iyorchia Ayu and vowed to continue the fight until his demands are made. Wike, who was defeated by Atiku during the May 29 primary election, had demanded the resignation of Ayu as the only condition to work for Atiku's victory come 2023. But according to a statement by Dino Malayi titled No Shortcut to Victory, the campaign spokesperson said Atiku is currently suffering persecution because he chose to be a Democrat by not forcing Ayu to resign. The statement added that Atiku would continue to support the enthronement of strong institutions that can minimize the excesses of political Goliaths, stressing that as it happened to Goliath in the biblical story, strong men get defeated no matter the length of their domination. The statement read thus that the hawkers of spine in the campaign of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu are at it again, this time latching on to a debatable forecast to award victory to a delusional candidate who claimed that the presidency of Nigeria is categorically entitlement. The palace jesters are gloating over the orchestrated amplification of the agitation by some members of our party to sing a dirge, forgetting that advocacy is not only normal in a democracy. Their very idol went righteous and danced naked in desperation when he sensed that the ticket of his discredited and failed political party was eluding him. Through a sheer arrogance, impotence, and indiscretion, Bayo Onanuga, the mouthpiece of the hallucinators and hawkers of illusion, took the place of INEC by declaring a loss of election for the most promising flag bearer in the 2023 presidential election, Atiku Abubakar. May the self-acclaimed rival of God be reminded that power belongs to God. In any case, the polemics being celebrated was an indictment against Ahmed Bola Tinubu, who, regardless of the status and effort of APC leaders like Rotimi Amechi, was hawking the senatorial ticket in an insensitive and indecorous manner. In the end, his power exhaustion lule. This is what Atiku will not do. It is, in fact, for defense of democracy and respect for due process that Atiku is now being persecuted. For the avoidance of doubt, Atiku, as a long-standing Democrat, will not sacrifice those elected by the party for his ambition just to please autocratic Democrats. If by chance he loses the support of some party members on account of adhering to the rules, he would be satisfied that he acted rightly. Waiting to benefit from the internal synesis or synthesis that may play out in the PDP is a wait in futility. The tears of opposition are only flowing from the demonstrable capacity of Atiku for political sagacity. This contest will be a long haul, no shortcut, no award, and no confirming of entitlement. Kaka Enyikolokan. Those were the words coming from the spokesperson of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's campaign team, Meldino Melai. And for once, I would say that it was well packaged. It didn't come in the usual form, which is always a song where Nigerians will mockishly be singing. But this time around, well packaged as a word from a spokesperson. But then looking at the point of view of Atiku Abubakar and the message he stylishly slotted in there for Wike, I still believe that at a period like this, period of contest like the one we have found ourselves, this is not a time to try to be strict when you know, or try to claim you're following the right path when you know you're not. First of all, the first question that can be thrown to Dino Malayi would be the BOT chairman that was forced to resign his appointment or or elected position, be it as it may. What was behind it? Did he voluntarily do that, or was it out of force that he had to take a walk as a substitute for the national chairman, or for Wike's demand for the resignation of national chairman? We have to play this card very well so that at the end of the day, we don't shed endless tears. And another thing I want to say here is that Atiku Abubakar is playing with his final chances like someone who is already aware that in this game I'm playing, there is no penalty. There's no extra time. He delays in substituting the right players that will give him the day. The truth is that very soon we are going to see another thing happen. And that another thing is that possibly Atiku Abubakar may not, at the end of the day, be as strong as Nigerians had expected it, because already we know that there's a lot of bulldozing going on in, the northern part of Nigeria. Here is Peter Obi bulldozing from this side. Tinubu already had been promised by the governor of Kano State that he will get their support. At least if you cast your mind back at what has been happening in Kano State, you will know that what I'm saying is true. When he visited them, they told him if he had, for him, giving them the North an opportunity to rule in 2015, that they've not forgotten it. And they are going to come out in large and vote for him. Don't also forget, Kwankwanso is there. So the North already has been ravished. Peter Obi is trying to pick all the other states, for example, the likes of Kogi, the likes of Nasarawa, the likes of Katsina, and the rest. So right now, every opportunity and everything, every opportunity you have, or anything that you can do to secure you victory must be done. When you finish doing it later on, the different sides will be reconciled and you move forward. I can assure him that if he loses the entirety of the South, ranging from Lagos State down to Oyo State, back here to South and the Southeast, he's going to be a huge one for him. Wisdom demands that at this point, being that he claims he's a unifier, he needs to start from his home, which is, his party, and see how he can reconcile issue and tell people the right thing and move ahead. That's what I just will have to say. But what's your position now that he has reacted?